Alright, it's another episode of your favorite and lovely show on Elevated TV. We call it the Talking Point Show. Yes, this is a place where we bring about all the talking points that have come within the week in football and in sports generally. My name is Edafi Matthew Esiogene. As you know, I will bring you the talking points. We get you involved on social media as well. We also try as much as we can to give you a few predictions for the games that are coming ahead. Well, this week, let's go back to the Ballon d'Or. You know, there's a lot of confusion about the Ballon d'Or. Somebody actually tweeted at us and said that probably there is a law that says that if you're not playing in La Liga, you cannot win the Ballon d'Or because somehow, let's even look at Luka Modric versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Apart from the World Cup performance, Cristiano Ronaldo actually scored 4 goals in the World Cup. Let's not forget about that. And Portugal may not have gone far, but they didn't do terribly bad like Spain and some other countries. Now, if you say Modric is the winner, well, you have your opinion, and it's okay. Let's know why you say so. But why is Cristiano Ronaldo not winning it? Because Cristiano Ronaldo is the highest goal scorer in the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo also won the Champions League alongside alongside Luka Modric. So why is Cristiano Ronaldo not winning it? I really don't know. Could it be that it's because he has left Real Madrid and they just want to give somebody playing in Spain? That's one thought of it. Now let's move away from that talking point. Let's go to Old Trafford. I really don't like talking about Mourinho that much because it seems like he's the only person that almost all the analysts, pundits, presenters, and everybody's talking about. But there is no way you will not talk about Jose Mourinho. You know why? And now the story came out that in the training ground there was a bust up of Paul Pogba, and Jose Mourinho swore in front of other players that Paul Pogba will not captain Manchester United for as long as he is coach of Manchester United ever again. And now Paul Pogba has requested that he wants to leave Manchester United. Remember when Mino Raio's Zlatan Ibrahimovic had a bust up with Pep Guardiola in Barcelona? The talk was that Pep Guardiola is bad. Could it be that Mino Raiola have a way of unsettling his players? What about Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United? He's the highest earning player in the English Premier League right now. Over £400,000 a week. Is he value for money? Is it time for Manchester United to ship him to China, somewhere else, and make a little bit of money from him? Well, you go on Twitter using the hashtag The Talking Point Show and join the conversation. Let's feel it from you. Let's know what you've got to say. Don't forget, we're reaching you live from the Abuja National Stadium. We'll call it the prestigious Abuja National Stadium, but the grass over there is really nothing to tell you it is a prestigious national stadium. I don't know if this is heading towards the Lagos National Stadium, but let's get past that and move. Unai Emery over the weekend had his first clean sheet in an Arsenal as an Arsenal coach, but that's not the talking point from that game. Peter Cech had a game of his life. The last time we saw Peter Cech in that kind of performance was some years ago playing as a Chelsea goalkeeper. He won back the hand of the clock and gave us spectacular performance. Could it be that because of the performance of Bernard Leno in the Europa Cup on Thursday and Peter Cech finding out that he's got 1 year remaining on his contract and believing that there is the possibility that Unai Emery will not let him sign an extension, he decided to do the Houdini and become the hero, because Everton could have scored 6, 7, 8 goals in that game, but it was Peter Cech versus Everton before Arsenal scored 1, like I said, and then that offside goal by Aubameyang. The question here is, do you think that Peter Cech has decided to pick up form just because he has seen that Bernard Leno will take his place? Because we didn't even bother with the panicky back pass and all that anymore in that game against Everton. Well, just to add for good measure, Everton is the team that Arsenal have been most successful against anyway. They scored the most goals against Everton in the Premiership. They won the most match against Everton, but that's not the talking point. The talking point is Peter Cech's performance. Now let's move away from that and go to Italy. Yeah, gradually again, Cristiano Ronaldo 3 goals in 2 games, and they won the game 2 goals to nil. The second goal was scored by Bernardeschi. My question here is, the arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo to the Italian Serie A, has it made the league better, or they are still the good old Italian league that is off color? Is Cristiano Ronaldo also likely to become the highest goal scorer in Italy? Those are the questions that we'll throw up for you. Get involved in the conversation. You can comment on our YouTube or on Twitter as much as you use the hashtag the Talking Point Show. Well, let me take a breather. I'll be back with you with a few other things. Today, we'll go on the road and we'll ask a few people questions. What do you think? Is it really right for football players playing in academy, playing in Nigerian league, playing anywhere in Nigeria, to give money to agents? I have a few conversations. Some people say that some agent will tell you register with $1,000. Yes, that is 360,000. It depends on where you are doing your exchange rate. Some places 365, some places 357, but over 300,000 just to register without guarantees that you'll be taken to trials to Eyimba or any club in Europe. Is it right for an agent to go to an academy and ask them to pay money? That's what we're going on the street to find out as we go on this break. When I come back, we'll be talking about the prediction. But don't forget, it's the Talking Point Show on Elevator TV. And my name is still remaining Edafi Matthew Esioga.
Man, to me, no, they're right, yeah. No, they're right, because then I just if you just fee to help you, no need to collect money for your hand. Then just help you for help you. That is, if you really want to help you, you don't need to collect money from your hand.
No, you did very wrong. My friend have encountered such. You know, he met one manager and the guy said so many things concerning money. And at the end, even after giving the manager money, so the manager just twisted everything and went away with the money. And I think even normally, if you want to help someone, you help that person because definitely you get a reward someday. So I don't think there's any reason for any manager to ask any player money. Because you know definitely if God helps that player and that player happens to sign, you will get even ×3 of what you were asking for. So I think it's just better you help and just wait for the reward to come.
Because it's very wrong. If you want to help someone, you don't need to ask that person for anything. Because when the deal finally goes to you, I believe you're the person in charge of the deal and you have every right to claim as the person also.
No, it's not right at all. It's not right at all. Because you see, most of the things, that's why on a daily basis we do advise our players. Look, you can't be an agent and you can't be an agent, a real agent, and you want money from player. It's not done. I mean, if we see we are copying what the world is doing, what agents does is they meet you as far as they believe you are a talent. They use their hard-earned money to take you to anywhere because they know at the end of the day that whatever they spend on you, there's a way of getting it back. So anybody that is approaching you, telling you he's an agent, he has this, he has that, it's a fake agent. And these are the kind of people that have been killing our football. You see a player that is not mature in the name of somebody just came up and said he's an agent, he wants to travel. When you are not even exposed or when you are not even known in your place. And so I think it's very, very wrong.
My name is Coach Ajayi Oluseye. To be honest with you, it is very, very wrong for any agent, so-called agent, football agent, to collect money from players or officials promising to take their players abroad. To be honest with you, I've fallen victim several times. You know, even though with my experiences and exposure, I have fallen victim in this scam. It's a norm practices in among these fake agents in Nigeria and even in Africa. You know, you see them on Facebook, on WhatsApp, just trying to seduce the players to give them money, in order to travel abroad for football career, which is very, very wrong. And I hope other people will learn from this interview.
All right, welcome back. It's fantastic that we had to go on the street and find out, people's opinion, because sometimes you'll be fighting and hitting your head against a rock, thinking you're fighting for people, but everybody have what they think. We went on the street to find out Is it right? Would you pay an agent? Have you ever paid an agent before and you were duped? It's not a conversation that will end with this show. It's a conversation that is going to run for a long time. Our intention here is not to call anybody criminal or to call anybody out. Our intention actually is to educate, inform people about this scourge and find a way to reduce it or limit it to the best possible ways. But then, you guys have already seen that video of Pogba and Mourinho in training ground. Mourinho refusing to shake Pogba in an exciting way. When I was growing up in Warri, we used to have that when you try to shake somebody and they hand your hand. It was a big deal when I was growing up. If that happened, if anybody ever does that to you in public, it was a big deal. Like they hand your hand like this, it's a big deal. But that's why we have this show. They bring up talking point. Well, the segment where we are in now is where we talk about betting. And I realized one of the things that people look at when it comes to betting is there's just only one market, this team to win or this team to lose. But then there's a whole lot of other side to this betting that you can do. So today I'm going to bring in a few other side to it, over and under. There's going to be a lot of over and under in today's show. So let's start with Arsenal-Watford, for instance. Arsenal-Watford, if you look in their last 5 games each, they've had over 2.5 in 4 games in their last 5 games. Over 2.5. So the Arsenal-Watford game is a sure over 2.5. It is also that kind of game where both teams will score. But when we get to that conversation, we will discuss that. Chelsea and Liverpool. In their last 5 games as well, Chelsea has done over 2.5 in 3 and under in 2. Liverpool have also done over 2.5 in 3 games and under 2.5 in 2. Similarity, so you can pick them on over 2.5 in this one. Everton, Fulham. Everton is the over 2.5 king. In 3 games, they've done over 2.5. Fulham, over 2.5 in 4 games. If you ask me, I said that's another over 2.5, but it's a very risky one anyway. Man City cannot win 1-0 to just give people peace. Man City like to embarrass people, to cause problems. They can come to your home and beat you 5-0. They are playing at home against Brighton and Hove. I think it's going to be an over 2.5 as well. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Southampton. Wolverhampton Wanderers have had under 2.5 in 5 games. How they managed to do it, I don't know. And Southampton have had over 2.5 in 4 games, and just one did they have under 2.5. If you ask me, I think it's going to be over 2.5. Yes, that's what I think. Now, under 2.5, Huddersfield Town, Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur in their last 5 games, it's been over 2.5. But Huddersfield Town in 3 games, they kept it tight and then maybe lose under 2.5 in 3 and over 2.5 in 2. So I think I'll go with an under 2.5. We just end in 2-0. Then there's a game between Newcastle and Leicester. I think it's a 1-0, 2-0 kind of game. I'll go with an under 2.5. Yes, there's a West Ham Man United game. This looked like a game that Man United will lose. Yes, it looked like a game like Man United will lose. It's difficult, but I think that West Ham might win this one. It's going to be tight, maybe 2 goals. It's going to be under 2.5 in this one. So let's move away from the overs now and go to how do we call it now? The both teams to score. That's another bet we need to look at this week. And if you have more questions about any other bet market you want to, just get on Twitter, use the hashtag, or probably on our YouTube, on the comment section, just comment and ask your question. We would be glad to respond to your question. But we're changing the dynamics a little bit this time around for the weekend games. And in the both teams to score, some people call it both BTTS, both teams to score category, Arsenal-Watford again. Yeah, Arsenal-Watford, in Watford's last 5 games, both teams have scored. One way or the other, they find a way to score a goal or 2 or so. Arsenal only kept a clean sheet in 1 game, so in the last 5 games, both teams have scored in 4. So I think I'll go with both teams to score in this one. If anything goes wrong, I wouldn't blame myself, but I think I'm comfortable with that. So both teams to score. I still think Arsenal will win anyway. Both teams to score in that game is sure. Liverpool played against Chelsea. Well, Chelsea are playing Sarri, but going forward, the Sarri ball is making Hazard become like the player that everybody's predicted he will be. Scoring goals now. But he's still, Hazard still have that problem of sometimes shooting the balls he's supposed to pass and passing the balls he's supposed to shoot. But with time, we'll see how that goes. But this game, look like an all-attacking football. And when you have two teams that love to attack, you expect goals on both ends. It's going to be difficult for this game to end in one team scoring and the other one not scoring. So there's no clean sheet in this game. But Liverpool have had a very good goalkeeper, defensive wise, they've been solid as well. But I think I'll go with both teams to score in this one. Newcastle, Leicester City, I think both teams will score in that one. West Ham United and Manchester United, both teams to score in that game as well. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, Southampton, both teams to score. We would love you to, join the conversation on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Instagram. There'll be other short predictions on our Instagram page at Elegbete TV, same as our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. But you can always have all the complete section on our YouTube channel. That said, I want to draw the curtain on the show here today. We'll be bringing you a hybrid of the other leagues. If you notice, we've not touched the German Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga, and the rest. What we need you to do is follow us and subscribe to our channel, because those ones will bring them as the weekend approaches. But for now, let me take my leave and say once again thank you to everybody for subscribing to our channel. Keep me on this seat, keep me on this show by subscribing, because if you don't subscribe, I just might fall off the seat and I don't want to fall off. But that said, I'm having fun, and if you see, this recording was done in Abuja. We came to the city of Abuja to have some fun and meet some people. We will be back in our home office in Lagos and sit on my blue king chair. But until then, subscribe to Lagos. My name is Ida Matthew, and thanks to my producer Kalejai Ahmed Babatunde of Blueberry Media. He's a wonderful fella. I'm my sidekick, you call him. That's a very, very wonderful guy. Thank you very much.